Hello, and welcome to Best Picture Brain Rot, a podcast where three friends count down to the 100th Oscars by watching every Best Picture winner in order.
Follow along as we give ourselves cinematic brain damage, from the first winner, Wings, to whatever the Academy picks in 2028.
There are 82 weeks until the 100th Oscars, and today we are going to talk about the best years of our lives. Surprises, disappointments, hot takes, and plenty of brain rot.
We are your hosts, Adam
Sarah.
And Drew.
From the twisted mind that brought you Mrs. Miniver
Oh no.
comes a brand new rumination on the effect of World War II on civilians. That's right, William Wyler rides again. But this time, he's on the right side of the pond. Or left if you're looking at a map. 3 American veterans return home from the war to the fictional and amorphously Midwestern Boone City. Here, they face trials and readjusting back to civilian life in many ways, ultimately testing their bonds with the ones they love. It's Wyler bookending the war for the Academy, starting in Europe, ending in America, just like it happened in real life. Before we begin, we have a very special guest today on the podcast.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of relationships.
Hello.
A big entrance.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Cutest entrance.
My name's Alexis. I am Adam's wife. I do exist.
Yay!
I'm here today because, spoiler alert, I love this movie and I really wanted to talk about it with these people.
We're a podcast. We have to have one wife guy.
I get to be the wife guy.
Alexis, can you please tell us what your 4 favorites are?
Yes, I've been dying to be asked this question.
It's not by Mila or whatever. You're not getting asked by the right people, but
I am
you're
the right
a
person.
degree away.
2 of my 4 favorites are German movies.
Shout out World War II.
I know. It's like, my first favorite is M, which is 1931, I believe. Very, very good, very devastating movie about a child serial killer. Very, very.
See, Sarah,
dark.
it's not just me. It's not
It's
just
both
me.
of it. No, I get that vibe. Y'all match each other's freak for sure.
It's very, very dark, and essentially you have the cops and the underground criminal world working separately to get this man. And
So it's like The Wire.
This sounds super interesting.
I think I mentioned it when we watched Cimarron, because that M should have won.
I think you're right.
It,
Yeah,
it was like that era where M should have won.
And they're kind of doing it for like almost selfish reasons because the cops are starting to look really stupid that they cannot catch this killer.
Yeah.
And they're trying to infiltrate the criminal underground world, kind of like messing up what they're doing. And so the criminal underworld's like, well, we got to stop these cops from getting in our business. We need to find this guy. And so, of course, I'm not going to give away how that ends, but it has, please say his name for
Peter
me.
Lorre.
Peter Lorre.
Oh, yeah.
Who is
Ugarte in Casablanca.
Yes.
Remember, you liked his face?
Yes, Greedo.
Yeah,
yes,
Greedo.
he looks like a bug.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is
He looks like Rick Ross.
perfection. He's perfection in
Yeah,
this
look at
movie.
her.
Yeah.
So that's my first one. A movie I was shown probably in high school is The Lives of Others. Basically about the West-East Germany conflict, showing
Post Cold War.
yes,
or
showing
inter-Cold
the
War.
Yeah.
Stasi police
Yeah.
lives. And our main character is assigned to listen in on these rich theater people who are writing a play. And it's about how he becomes involved in their life. And that's really all I can say. It's very, very good.
Yeah.
Also, extremely great acting from the main guy in that movie. He's so good.
You're dressed like the guy in the movie right now with these headphones.
I know, I'm like in the attic listening in. But yeah, I don't think I can say anything else about that one. I would say my third one would be Spirited Away. And I don't know how much I have to explain myself on that one because it's Spirited Away.
I've never seen that one.
Gorgeous.
I've never seen a Studio Ghibli. Ghibli? I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I've never seen
Oh,
that.
you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. I
Some
mean,
good
the
ones.
year
Some bangers.
that Spirited Away wins Best Animated, you guys should watch Spirited Away.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It's a good
it's just such a timeless animated movie, and it's just so gorgeously done, and the music is out of this world, and the story is great. I remember when I watched it when I was a kid, I didn't really know what was happening. And like every time I watch it, I find a new reason to appreciate it because it's kind of long. It's kind of a big movie.
Yeah.
And then I would say my latest update, my fourth movie, I recently watched a third movie from this director. I'm going to make my fourth movie The Taste of Cherry.
Oh, you have been on that Abba's Curiosity.
I have
like,
been on
grind.
him.
I noticed
You
you
just watched Where's the Friend's House.
Yes, I saw that
House.
on Layered Letterbox. I was like, I
Yes.
can't believe we haven't talked about that yet.
Yes, and this is from like an Iranian director who has a huge catalog of things, but Taste of Cherry. This is gonna make me sound sad again in front of Sarah. Like they've got another like downer for her. But yeah, the
It's
Taste
okay.
of-
She heard me give the
She's
Lost
gonna
Weekend
roll her
5
eyes.
stars
She's gonna roll
last.
her eyes when she hears what this is
I
about.
know.
No,
Oh my God.
I like it when Alexis does it. I like Alexis.
But The Taste of Cherry is about a man driving around because he has already decided he is going to commit suicide,
Oh, great.
and he wants
Told
someone.
you. You just did it. You just
I'm
did
just
it.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I was totally kidding.
He
Keep
wants
That was
someone
real.
to bury him
Yeah.
under this cherry tree, essentially. And so it actually doesn't give it away what he's driving around looking for until like maybe 30 minutes or so into the film.
Yeah.
In the end, there's this, I'm just going to say it this way, there is my favorite monologue of all time is in this movie.
Yeah.
It is extremely well done. So that's all I'll say about that. But yes, those are my 4 films.
Sarah, now you know what it's like to live in this house.
I know.
No,
I'm feeling like
No.
Movie night.
Movie night is like depressing as fuck. No, I love that you guys match each other's freak. Like it's
Yeah.
honestly perfect. Genuinely. And those first 2 movies are ones that I would really am very interested in watching. I like the sound of those.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would recommend.
All of them.
You like
I
Spirited Away,
would.
too.
I mean, Taste of Cherry though, I would feel like I'd have to be
Oh,
careful.
right, yeah, you said
about
Spirited Away,
recommending
too. I've
that
never seen that one, but
Yeah,
I'd like
the
to see
first 3, I'm like anyone. You really
I'd
should.
agree with that.
Yeah, girl, I'm not watching that 4th one, but
Yeah. No, the 4th one is very heavy, but you do it
It's honestly,
for.
a lot of the movie is him just driving in a truck.
Yes.
To be honest.
You really,
Yeah.
you're doing
It's
it
not
for.
like the most visceral
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, you're doing it for the monologue at
Yeah.
the end. You're doing it for the dialogue.
okay, I'll just fast forward then.
Oh. Oh.
You probably could.
Alexis, we're so happy to have you.
Yes, very
Thank you for
happy.
having me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Been asking her for a long time, but
I've been waiting.
Yeah, we had a few good opportunities.
I know, for real. Like, we could have had
Maybe
you on
Cimarron.
for Cimarron.
Yeah.
I know. It hasn't worked out till now, but
I know,
I'm
we've told a lot
happy
of-
for this one.
Yes,
Yeah.
told a lot of stories about you.
Alexis has a job.
I am employed as a nurse, and I work weird hours.
Best Years of Our Lives takes us back to the World War II well. I don't think there's a lot of stuff to cover in history, but I guess I'll let Drew talk about.
Wait, World War II is over already? Don't worry, there's like 10 other movies where we'll talk about the actual war behind World War II. I personally can't wait to find out who won.
Okay.
But no, now we're here in 1946 with the best years of our lives. Mine was sophomore year.
Yeah, shout out 2016.
And that is a great opportunity to talk about veterans, the troops, the brave, that because of which we are the land of the free. Returning soldiers from the battlefield to civilian life is always a very challenging task for both the soldier and his government, especially when the battlefield at hand is the world. With World War II, this created an obvious logistical challenge for America, who was fighting a war on 2 fronts. By 1945, Operation Magic Carpet went into effect. This was a massive repatriation effort by the U.S. government to return its soldiers to U.S. soil. It involved the hasty mobilization of battleships and carriers across the world, carrying them from Europe, Asia, and the Pacific all the way home. Well, not all the way. Many soldiers were simply demobilized at port and then had to find their way home via bus or train. Upon returning home, though, many U.S. soldiers received a warm welcome. Part of that is attributed to the fact that America was victorious, so there was little stigma around this war. Another element of that is just that there were a lot of veterans. Support systems like the VFW or American Legion existed across the country, at least providing a space for the acclimatizing veteran population. The U.S. government recognized that this veteran adjustment to civilian life wouldn't be easy, especially at such a large scale. The country was also in a bit of a post-war recession, so Congress took legislative action, drafting in 1944 the Servicemen's Readjustment Act. This was an omnibus piece of legislation, cobbling together several different congressional proposals, all with the intention of enhancing opportunity for veterans in a modern post-war economy. Interesting to note, the GI Bill was actually drafted before the war was even over. Now, what opportunities did the GI Bill actually offer? Well, there was reimbursement for education or vocational training, credit towards loans, up to a year of unemployment compensation. We'll see a lot of this play out in the best years of our lives, actually. I would be remiss to note, though, that not every U.S. soldier was able to benefit from the GI Bill. Notably, many African American soldiers did not see the spoils of such legislation. Returning home meant they were returning to a segregated country, and the many implements of the GI Bill were often delegated by state governments or private institutions, however they saw fit. So it was not uncommon for black veterans to, for example, not receive the same sorts of loans that their white counterparts benefited from. Boy, would that have been an interesting scene if it was included in this movie.
Al Stevenson just redlining. Yeah. Just blatant discrimination. Good thing there are no black people in Boone City, I assume, based on what I've seen in this movie.
Yeah. Anyways, that's just a little side note. Outside of economic elements, there were other struggles for many veterans and their families. Many soldiers returned from the field suffering from PTSD, or some with new physical disabilities. Again, we see both of these play out in the movie. The fact that so many people, pretty much everyone, knew a veteran or was related to one after World War II, perhaps the fact that so many Americans had to witness these readjustments up close is why we can, generations later, speak pretty openly about these experiences. Either way, whether it is the economic safety nets or the interpersonal readjustments or even some of the more contentious post-war politics, the best years of our lives does a pretty good job at laying out some, if not all, of these struggles. We will surely get into more of it as the plot unfolds.
Definitely. Lots of struggles, trials, and tribulations all befalling our cast and crew of characters.
Hey, nice.
Hey, kick it over to Sarah.
Okay, I'm going to start off with production. The Best Years of Our Lives was made almost immediately after World War II ended, with filming beginning just 7 months after Victory over Japan Day, also known as VJ Day.
Nice.
Hey, yo. Okay. Director William Wyler, who had flown combat missions during the war making documentaries, was determined to make the film feel as authentic as possible. He had the actors buy and wear their own everyday clothes instead of studio-made costumes, built life-size sets, and filled the crew with World War II veterans who understood the world they were creating, which is very common for a lot of these World War II movies. Wyler also hired Harold Russell, a real disabled veteran who had lost both of his hands in a training accident. He discovered Russell after seeing him in an army rehabilitation film and refused to let the studio send him to acting lessons, insisting that his lack of polish was exactly what made him believable. One of the movie's most memorable locations, the massive graveyard of abandoned bombers, was completely real. After the war, thousands of B-17s and other military aircraft sat waiting to be dismantled for scrap. The production simply filmed among them, giving the movie a scale and authenticity that no studio backlot could fake back then. Cast and crew, director William Wyler, we've talked about him. He was Mrs. Miniver. Y'all can go back to that episode. I'm not telling y'all again. That's not my job to educate you.
He's a little bit
one take Sarah about William Wyler.
He's an Academy darling.
Yes, and we also have another recurring face, Myrna Loy, from Best Picture winner The Great Ziegfeld, playing Ziegfeld's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't realize that?
Did not recognize that.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to talk about Teresa Wright as Peggy.
She was also
in Mrs. Miniver, which I didn't talk about her in Mrs. Miniver.
You didn't,
I'm saving
that's
her
true.
for this one. So yes, Teresa Wright, which reminds me of Carey Mulligan. Thoughts?
disagree.
The only comparison I got was the Harold. The Harold guy looks like Callum Turner to me.
Who's
Mr. Lipa.
Oh yes, Mr. Lipa. Yes. All right, no one agrees with me. That's totally fine. Teresa Wright was discovered on Broadway by Samuel Goldwyn, who was struck by her, quote, unaffected genuineness, and she quickly became one of the most acclaimed young actresses of the 1940s. Wright was never interested in being a big glamour girl or a studio-manufactured star. Her performances are very gentle. She was emotionally precise. She was very natural, which is, of course, why William Wyler liked her, because William Wyler liked actors to act very naturally. Same with Alfred Hitchcock. He loved her too, and they both worked with her a lot. Wright became the only performer ever nominated for Oscars for her first 3 films, winning Best Supporting Actress for Mrs. Miniver. Her career later moved more towards stage and television, but she remained admired as a serious actress.
I wondered, like, looking at her IMDb, why she won for Mrs. Miniver and then never came back to the Oscars for nominations, but sounds like that's why.
That's why. After playing Lou Gehrig's wife in The Pride of the Yankees, she became a real Yankees fan later in life. When the Yankees honored people...
Bandwagon.
Okay. When the Yankees honored people connected to the team who had died, her name was read alongside former players. Teresa Wright is buried at Evergreen Cemetery in New Haven, Connecticut, USA, Section 14, Plot 2, Grave 2, Latitude 41.2985237, Longitude -72.9472568.
Gives the GeoGuessr coordinates.
Alrighty. Now we have Dana Andrews as Fred Derry. Dana Andrews was a very understated leading man of the 1940s. He wasn't like a flashy screen persona, but he was, in my opinion, a very compelling actor to watch. He was very good at playing someone who was very composed on the outside, but a lot of his internal world was a little bit more fragile and dark, as kind of like we've seen in this film. Born in Mississippi, he was the son of a Baptist minister. Andrews hitchhiked to Los Angeles during the Depression and worked odd jobs before landing at the Pasadena Playhouse and eventually signing with Samuel Goldwyn.
Wow.
His breakthrough came with Laura, where his cool, melancholy presence helped him define film noir. The Best Years of Our Lives was where he gave one of his most admired performances. Although his career later declined, partly due to alcoholism. Shout out
alcoholism.
Shout out The Lost Weekend. Andrews eventually became one of the first major actors to speak publicly about alcohol addiction, using his own experience to advocate for others. Little fun fact, his gas station boss reportedly believed in him so much that he paid him $50 a week to study acting in exchange for a share of his future earnings if he made it.
Wow.
Whoa.
Did he pay him back?
I don't know. I didn't follow up. His studio publicist asked his hometown to rename itself Andrews in his honor. The mayor replied, "We will not change our name to Andrews. Have Andrews change his name to Collins."
Nice.
Got him.
All right, we have one more actor. There's a lot of actors in this film.
Totally.
I'm trying not to talk too much about it.
Yeah.
Frederick March as Al Stevenson. Before becoming one of Hollywood's greatest actors, Frederick March was on track for a very different life. He worked as a banker in New York City. Up until a ruptured appendix nearly killed him. During his recovery, his landlady, a former actress, filled his head with stories of the theater, inspiring him to abandon banking and pursue acting instead. He won 2 Academy Awards for Best Actor, first for his astonishing dual performance in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in 1931, and then for The Best Years of Our Lives. March had a reputation as an actor's actor. William Holden called him one of the greatest inspirations. Marlon Brando said he was one of his favorite actors growing up. And then, of course, we have Harold Russell, who I had already mentioned, but he was a World War II vet. After filming Wrapped, director William Wyler gave Harold some pretty blunt advice. He said, "There aren't many roles for an actor with no hands. Go back to college and get your degree."
Right.
And he did.
And he did. Russell took the advice to heart, and he earned a business degree from Boston University and went on to become a very passionate advocate for people with disabilities. And that's a wrap on cast and crew.
Thank you, Sarah. All right, we can jump right into it. Right into the best years of our lives, which Drew said sophomore year.
Honestly, no, that was
20...
a lie. Sophomore year, no way. Probably more
Sophomore
like
year of what?
Probably more. I'd say junior year of college.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say either 2016, my sophomore year of high school,
Yeah.
or my senior year of college, 2021.
Mine's 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Of course. That's when we met.
Yeah.
That's when we met.
Oh.
This is a banger of a year.
You were like, "Do you like depressing movies?" And she's like, "I love depressing
Yeah.
movies."
Actually, yes.
Kind of.
Okay.
Yes.
Our first date was a Best Picture winner that we will reveal later.
You got to keep listening.
You gotta keep
Oh man, I'm like on
70
the
more
edge of my.
episodes for
I'm on
you.
the edge of my seat. I'm on the edge of my seat.
But yes, that's the best year of my life. And the best years of their lives. Are these the best years of their lives? We'll find out.
It's in quotes.
It's in quotes.
Like on the poster.
Little cheeky humor. But yes, we start off with one of our characters. There are 3 of them, as we've kind of mentioned. The first one we meet is Fred Derry, pilot. He's trying to get home to Boone City, but American Airlines is delayed. Something we can all understand.
I do understand the veteran experience.
Yes.
Some things never change.
But yeah, I thought it was so interesting you touched on it, Drew. It's like they were just kind of dumped and then it's like, find your way home.
It's a massive logistical challenge, and it's like I think the government was like, we can get you back on U.S. soil, but that's about like
because that is where Fred Derry goes. He goes to essentially like a little hut where they're housing all of the veterans, trying to get home. And I think that the logistics are being put in place for them to get home for, I assume, free, but it is just kind of a patchwork of trying to put them in the right plane to get where they need to go.
Yes.
Variety of plane, train, bus, I assume. But he's, again, trying to get home to Boone City, a city that is never mentioned as having like a specific state or area, which is just, again, very vaguely Midwestern, which is the point, and I think it works well. Fred seems to be, he's an Air Force guy. Homer's wearing like Navy outfits, but again, they're all
he's got his little sailor boy outfit on.
He's got a little sailor boy outfit
and a lollipop.
Yeah. But yeah, when they reveal his disability, his hands, the implements, the instruments that he uses to grab stuff, people are very shocked. They finally get a plane that takes them to Boone City. They meet Al Stevenson. They reveal a little bit about kind of their past. Again, Derry, he was a bombardier, flew planes and just dropped bombs. It's pretty much all he did.
Yeah.
As he said, he has no other skills. Yeah. I was like, you should maybe...
drop bombs.
Yeah, I should probably talk about some more transferable skills.
Yeah. Wait, I was confused in the plane. Why were they in the nose of the plane? Why weren't they in regular seats?
Well, it's a military plane.
Oh.
So
who's flying it?
There aren't really like tons of seats. There's like the cargo hold.
Well, it was actually a Waymo.
Yeah. No, the way those bomber planes work is there's a separate area up top where the pilot is, but then down on the nose is where the bombardier sits. And
I see.
And that's where they can look through a sight through the window and actually drop.
So they may have been just like flying that plane to go to that like graveyard or whatever to be decommissioned.
Yeah. Well, they were probably using some military. Aircraft.
Okay, I thought they literally ran out of seats and they're like, we're just gonna put you in the nose.
No, no, I think that was just a choice. You probably get the best view from there too.
Yeah, it
was
fun.
A cool shot.
It was a cool shot, yeah.
Yeah, because you see him like flying over America, and Homer, like the Navy guy, and I think that Al, who they meet on the plane, the other main character played by Friedrich March, he was maybe Army.
Yeah,
I believe they all kind of represent like the trinity of no Marines in this movie.
Mm-hmm. And technically, the Air Force, I think even back then was actually a part of the Army. It wasn't yet its own separate branch.
Gotcha. Interesting. Homer also admits how he lost his hands. It was a mechanical accident, which mirrors a little bit of how he lost his hands in real life, which is a training accident. And interesting fact from my mother-in-law, it was very shameful, in a way, to have disabilities due to non-combat. Yeah, like it was seen as like, less honorable, right? Like, which is not right and not fair, but there's a lot of like under talked about aspects of the war of people who were injured, killed, disabled in some way in non-combat kind of accidents, such as this. So you feel even more of a weird sense of shame being treated as a hero when, you didn't really, in a way, kind of do anything.
Yeah.
So adds more nuance to that. Which is cool that that it is someone who went through that in real life and in the movie. He is very worried about returning home to his girlfriend, Wilma. But he does describe her as...
a swell girl. And I just love that.
Yeah.
And you're like, but she is a swell girl.
She is a swell girl. Like, as a second-time viewer, I get to remind myself that it's all okay because she's a swell girl.
They use the word swell a lot in this movie, too.
Yes.
Sorry, spoiler alert, happy ending.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're all really nervous to return home and be a civilian again. They reveal a little bit about their relationships and things. Al reveals he's been married for 20 years, and Fred had married someone during training.
Yeah.
Like in Texas.
Not even 20 days.
Not even, 20 years? Try 20 days, my man. Yeah. I loved the whole introduction. I thought, like the first, 30 minutes. This is a long movie, nearly 3-hour movie. But the first 30 minutes of the introduction of the characters, how they do the journey, how they get to Boone City, I thought so incredibly compelling. Like it's almost like a little a mini episode of its own. They get to Boone City. They're driving through the city in a cab. They're seeing how things have changed and advanced while they're gone. And that's obviously a major theme of the movie, is returning home in this place that you, in a way, scarcely recognize anymore.
May I add something to the plane scene?
Of course.
Yeah.
When Homer lights cigarettes for the group, you know how he lights one cigarette, lights another cigarette, and then he's like, I'm not going to light mine.
Yeah.
He was like, are you guys superstitious? And they're like, no. And he's like, well, I am. And so he doesn't light his third cigarette.
Yeah.
That's because... Do you guys know why that is?
No, actually,
It's bad luck to share within 3 people. Is that right?
Yes. Well, during World War I, soldiers believed that lighting 3 cigarettes with the same match was dangerous because the first flame alerted an enemy sniper, the second gave them time to aim, and the third was when they'd take the shot.
Oh. So you're the one like stuck holding the
Yes.
bill, essentially.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that. I did not know.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's super cool. I knew there was some like element of bad luck to it, but that's cool that it's like how it's in real life.
Yes.
But also they just
He's
want
like,
to show him.
nah, man, I can't with these white lighters. Throws it at the plane.
They also just wanted to show him like doing cool shit with his hand.
With his hands.
Like it was so good.
It was so good. He like really, it was cool.
Yeah. I was always very impressed
Yes.
every time he like did anything.
Same.
Especially later when he plays the piano. So hype.
So high.
But they arrive, the city's all new, things have advanced. They are like kind of talking about like, you go first. Like, I want to be dropped off first. They go by rank. So Fred's like, I outrank everyone, so I'm going last.
Yeah.
Right.
None of them want to go home.
No, none of them want to go home. They're all just like scared. Again, they haven't, there's no FaceTime.
Yeah.
There's no communication.
No snap scores that they were like
There's
trying
no snap
to
score.
keep
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah, so, I mean, they legitimately didn't have a way of knowing, like, what happened to their family, what their family looked like. Their family didn't know what they looked like.
How long were they gone for?
I would imagine 2 to 3 years,
Okay.
I would guess. Drew, do you have any insight?
How long were they gone for? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
How long was World War One?
Well, World War II is, at least the American experience, was a little under about 5 years.
About 5 years. Okay. But Homer is the one who gets dropped off first, pulls up to a very nice suburban household, picket fence kind of thing. He runs up, he's got his hands in his pockets, sort of. His sister runs out, super excited. His parents come out very excited. Wilma comes out, his neighbor, who is his neighbor, right? All very excited. She throws her arms around him, and he, like, can't put his arms around her. Just so sad.
So sad.
Yeah, it's like they're in the car and they're like, he won't put his hands around her. He can't run his hands through her hair. Like,
Yeah. It's very sad in the way that he's, again, like, he lives under that shame in this. And then, like, he kind of shows them, or he pulls his hands out, and his family has a reaction to it. So there's obviously something there. But Al and Fred, they stay and watch it happen, but then they're like, okay, like, he's good, we're gonna go. They go to drop Al off. He lives at the ritzy apartment building in town, and Fred's like, ooh, mama. Like, you got some nice digs, my man. Because he was, like Friedrich March was, a banker before the war. But he goes up, and he sees his wife and kids again. That's such a great scene. Because he walks in, the first thing he like puts his hand over his daughter and son's mouth so that they don't like freak out. So the wife doesn't know exactly what to expect, and then she comes around and like, Myrna Lloyd does a great job. I think like that scene is really touching, where they see each other for the first time. Super, super sweet.
Very, yeah.
So then Derry is finally dropped off, and I love the little bit that he is the person who outranks everyone. He has the highest rank. I believe he's some level of captain or something. But he lives in, like, the worst scenario. Like, he is, like...
Like a shed. Like a shed.
Like, literally underneath the highway.
it's like, oh, God.
I was so shocked by, when they were all sitting in the car, I was like, oh, he probably has a nice-ass house and a nice-ass, like, family that he's going to go back to. And then I was like...
I mean, that's the point. I think that's, like, the major juxtaposition meant to be. Which is, like, why it is kind of punchy when he gets out.
I was like, oh,
that's where you live?
There's maybe something to it as well, that like because he's younger and like a little bit more like able for combat, like he's probably able to rise up through the ranks a little quicker than someone like Al, who is like going to volunteer and is, not necessarily like, he's a...
I did have that thought that Al seemed fairly old to be in World War II.
Which I'm sure was very common, I'm sure. But yeah. I mean, his house looked like the one from, what is it? Modern Times, the Charlie Chaplin movie.
I've never seen it,
Really?
surprisingly.
It's just like a shanty.
Yeah.
I think literally in the movie, the walls all fall down.
Oh, right. That kind of thing. But yeah, he's looking for his wife, and his parents are there. I assume it was his father and stepmom, because he kept calling her Hortense instead of like her name, or instead of like mother.
Yes.
Yeah, is that
That's
accurate?
what I thought too. I was like,
Yeah.
I think must be a stepmom because he called his dad Pa.
Right? Yeah. This is based off a novel, so I'm sure there's like maybe a little more into that. But I was also just like, it was kind of like weird.
What kind of name is Hortense?
Okay, it was a different time.
Corny name. I don't know.
I've never heard that name.
We got Wick last episode. We had Tony Scapone. We had...
I just have never heard that before.
I've heard of Hortense, but it's like that is like lost to time for sure as far as names go. Be like
I'm bringing it back.
Millicent Hortense. Okay.
Yeah, my daughter is gonna be named Hortense.
Do it.
I'm not doing it.
He's going to be
All right,
totally
we're-
crazy with
I'm
the name.
not doing that.
Hortense is coming back, guys. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
But yeah, he meets his father and Hortense, and he's like, where's my wife? My wife.
My wife.
And they're like, she's a at the club. She's for the streets.
Yeah, honestly.
He is a real veteran to these hoes.
That's true. There you go.
Yeah, it's like she lives downtown now. She no longer lives in that house, which is probably fair. It wasn't a very nice house.
Yeah.
And she works at the nightclub.
Yeah, let me just live with my in-laws alone for...
who I've probably never met. I was married to their son for 20 days before he left to go fight in the war.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was 7 days.
7 days?
I think it was 7 or 8
Yeah.
days. Yeah. Yeah.
A classic military relationship story.
Yeah.
And it plays out in a very almost stereotypical way, but back then it was obviously maybe a newer idea. I don't know. Maybe the idea of military wife is something that has existed for millennia. I'm sure
Yeah, we had cavalcade.
True.
Yeah.
Or just the idea of like someone who's just in it for the uniform. Sure, that was happening even in the Roman
Khaki
days.
wacky is the term they use.
Khaki wacky.
Khaki wacky. That's the term for people who are
Crazy for the uniform.
crazy for the uniform, yeah.
Well, she was khaki wacky, hundo p. But we'll get into her a little more later, Miss Marie. We do cut back to Al. He's with his family. His son tries to talk him about Hiroshima. He's like, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about
Oh, yeah.
this. His kid.
Were you there for the cleanup of the nuclear radiation?
His kid's like a weeb.
Yeah. But not enough, because it's like your dad's handing you like samurai swords and like Japanese flags, and you're like, okay, Dad.
That kid's only in
Were
2
you there when they
scenes.
set off the bomb? We talked about the bomb in class.
Yeah,
You know how the atomic bomb works?
I see why they like cut.
Some
like,
say we're
William-
headed for nuclear holocaust.
Well, we get but I think William Wyler
Alexis
cut
is
him after
over
2
it.
scenes.
The sun was cracking me up.
Yeah,
to
the
be honest.
sun was
He's
crazy.
so-
But again, he's literally only in 2 scenes, and then I think William Wyler must have like fired him or something because he just never comes back.
Yeah, they like do everything in their power to keep him out of any family dynamic. For the rest of the
Totally.
movie.
I'm happy about that
Yeah,
because, like, I wanted to focus on the daughter. Like, I feel
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
so many
100%.
movies are like, oh, let's
No,
focus on the sons and the son's legacy, but this is just like about Peggy.
This
Yeah.
son ain't got no legacy.
totally.
Like, I've seen enough of him.
He left to study the blade.
Yeah.
The events
Oh,
of
no.
the receiving it. It's just.
Star
I'm
Wars
stealing
kidding
this
in the
joke.
garage.
I'm stealing this joke from a friend of mine. I know you're probably listening, so I'm not gonna steal it outright. But he definitely, like, after he got there, the rest of the movie, he's just standing in a field, wielding his katana.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Yeah. But anyway, the daughter also says they no longer have a maid. Womp womp.
Womp womp, yes.
Because they lost her in the war. Not like she didn't.
Well,
die.
then what I
She
do all that
died.
fighting for?
She died in the
Come home and have no maid.
I need a drink. Is actually literally what he basically says.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids like leave the parents alone for some nookie.
Oh, yeah.
And Al's like, I don't want nookie, I want alky. Daddy want alky.
Well, they make a good point too about the daughter was probably taking over a lot of the responsibilities and also
Oh yeah, she was like
working,
I took a home ec science class or something, and now I can
domestic
cook.
science.
Domestic science.
Which I was like, what?
Yeah. That's what
That's
Father
problematic,
Fitzgibbon approved. He actually taught it.
I'm sure. Oh, Fitzgibbies.
Yeah,
Now you're on board.
I
My
would
Fitz.
say, if you don't go on to point it out, this family just seems so well adjusted.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Without their father figure, in a time where families really looked up to a father figure. They kind of ran the household. They seem to have been they made it work. They made adjustments, and they seem very well off and still very emotionally doing well with their lives and moving forward. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
that's
Paint the
super true.
picture
'Cause
there.
he's kind of sitting there well, what's my role now? What do I do here now that I'm back?
Yeah. I will say, to that point too, it's William Wyler knows how to make a really cozy, wholesome family. I loved this family.
Yeah.
The way that it's for the reasons that Alexis just described too.
Totally.
Because they just tell each other everything and they talk and it's just very cozy. I love them.
Yeah, it's wholesome. They're a good family.
Good family.
Wyler, he nails that. He's got a good sense of it.
He does.
But yeah, but Al is really the thing I want to do is to go out drinking. And in the family, they're this is his
We
first
saw
night
this
home.
movie already.
Yeah, literally. Back to back. We get a montage of them bar hopping.
Yeah.
Which is honestly great. It's just the zoom in of all the different neon signs. And oh my god, they go to so many of them.
Yeah.
Which
Would you say it's not believable?
no. I was going to say a lot of this looked like it was shot in LA. I don't know, a lot of it looked like
probably.
LA streets or LA things in the background. I'm like, is this LA? I don't know. Was it?
I don't think Boone City is supposed to be LA, but I'm sure they used LA for it.
Okay, there were just some parts where I'm like, this feels like LA. I don't know.
Yeah. But they bar hop 5 or 6 different bars. That Uber bill must have been crazy. It's a fun little scene, just them going. And you don't really see that he has a drinking problem yet. He just is blowing off steam with his family because it is his first night back, right? One night of drinking is harmless like that. It can become a problem later.
Well, your first time back from war.
I think she's concerned by the end of the night.
100%.
Yeah. Oh,
Your
by the end of
wife
the
is
end of the night
concerned.
for sure.
Her facial expressions throughout that night were so funny and so real. Just
Throughout the movie, yeah.
being
Yeah.
drunk with having your husband be so drunk and you're just like, oh my god, this fucking guy is annoying.
You're acting a
Totally.
mess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's trying to she clearly in this first one she's trying to give him the grace that
She loves him so much.
Yeah.
So sweet.
I know. We cut back before there is more to this night, but we cut back to Homer. He's with his family and Wilma's family. It's awkward. Wilma's dad, he offers him a job in insurance. And then he's just so nervous that he just spills a drink and then he just gets in his feelings really bad and he's like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
That scene was really hard to watch.
I know.
Because it's I don't want the family to be making such a big deal out of it.
Totally.
I feel like they should have just all addressed it,
Yeah.
But then it wouldn't have been such a tense scene. I'm just saying in real life.
But I get that. I totally feel that dynamic where it's I want to just not acknowledge it and think it'll be okay. Because it's one of those things where it's do you say something? Do you not say something? What the right thing obviously is to have an open conversation. It's how do you want us to handle it? But
Yeah.
'tis not what happened. And he's still very damaged about it. So he actually leaves and goes to the bar, Butch's, which they talked about earlier in the movie when they're all 3 of the veterans going home. They're in the car. Homer specifically points out this bar, Butch's, because his uncle owns it. He's like, they got a new neon sign. How cool is that? Yeah. They're like, we got to get a drink together here sometime. So they'll use this as a hub of meeting for the veterans later on in the movie, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, he runs into Fred there, who's just, drinking at the bar. Because he went into the city to find his wife. He's been hitting up a lot of bars and just can't find her. And then drunk Al shows up with his family. And then, they have a nice little scene where they're all drinking. After they're drinking, Butch, Homer's uncle, tells him, hey, Wilma called for you. Why'd you leave? What are you doing here? He drops some uncle-ly wisdom. Unk wisdom.
Avuncular is the word.
Avuncular.
Yeah, that's the word for something that is uncle-like.
Really?
Avuncular.
I have heard of that word. I didn't know it had its roots in unk lore. Thank you, Drew. Now you're 30 now, so
I rarely get to use that word. It's like...
Would you say that I am avuncular, Alexis?
Yes.
That's true.
Yes, because you are saying things like in a very... it's not natural.
Because you're forcing it.
All I was saying was that I was a good uncle.
Wait, what?
I was saying that all I meant to say was that I was a good uncle.
No, you are a good... no, you're a good uncle, but I thought you meant like, am I unk or something like that.
Yeah, to which she also say yes.
Yeah.
Am I chopped?
Wait, I'm about to be the only person in their 20s after
Yes, correct.
July sitting here.
Yeah.
True. Dang.
I am baby.
Enjoy them while they last.
My hip hurts.
Talk about the best years of our lives.
Yeah. But yeah, Homer, he admits in this scene that he feels really self-conscious in the way that his family is treating him. And again, avuncular Uncle Butch, he drops a lot of wisdom. Al and Millie dance. It's like cute. It's a little sad because Al is so drunk that he's like telling Butch to like play his song. It's like All My Souvenirs. It's like his favorite song or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's their song.
Play it again, Sam.
Yeah, play it again, Butch. He's like dancing really stupidly and getting in the way of the waiter. It's like drunk dancing. During this, Fred and Peggy flirt. They're both sitting at the table. Fred's like pretty drunk. He's not like fully gone like Al is, but he's fairly drunk. He like puts his head on her shoulder and she's like, why don't you call your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Like, blah.
I'll sober you up quick.
Yeah, no, like literally. Homer then goes home. Al tries to do anything but go home.
Yes.
So, they're closing the bar down. Butch is like, I gotta go home, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're done. So they're driving. Peggy is the one driving the car. They drop Fred off at the apartment that his wife lives in. He tries to get in drunkenly and just like literally can't do anything and collapses on the steps. So they're like, we're going to take you home. So they take him to their apartment and put him to sleep in their nice bed. They have kind of a nice sleeping montage. They show like a lot of the families. They're sleeping peacefully. Father Fitzgibbon in his hat. He's had a shot of whiskey.
Fitzgoober. My Fitzgooby boobies.
Yeah. Doing the honk shoe.
Yeah. He's got a little feather that's going up and down every time he breathes.
Yeah. You see Homer, who's like essentially lying awake. And it just shows like them struggling to adjust. And then you cut to Fred, who starts having really bad night terrors. Clearly having a PTSD episode of people that he knows dying in a plane accident.
Yeah.
So Peggy goes in. And
I think they make it clear it's a very specific incident that then like later.
They bring it up again. Like it. He is asked later, like, what is this specific thing that happened to you, right? Peggy, she goes in and essentially calms him down and is able to get him to sleep. And then he do be flirting with her like a lot during the movie. Yeah, more than is probably appropriate. In the morning, we get one last scene with Rob, who I had to like look up I couldn't even find what his name was in IMDb. Okay. I like paused the movie and I was like, I gotta see what his name is so I can write it down in my note. And then it was like, he's just literally not in the cast and the crew.
Yeah, really?
But then Peggy calls him Rob a bunch. I was like, okay, it's Rob. But that makes sense that he's no longer in the movie after this scene.
Is there a soldier in the bedroom?
No, literally. Like, he's like asking invasive
is he
questions.
wearing his uniform? Can I ask him? He flew planes, right?
But,
in physics class, we learned how planes are able to fly.
Okay, so there was two annoying male college students in William Wyler films.
That's true.
Yeah,
in different ways.
In different ways,
Yeah.
but
Totally.
I'm learning about social justice, Mother.
Yes.
Did you know that some people don't have it well off as we do? They're not afforded the same opportunities, Mother.
And both of them has Teresa Wright taking him to task. She takes him into the city. He apologizes for his PTSD. Finally gets to his wife because the reason he couldn't get into his apartment in the night is because it was a push door and he kept trying to pull it. But he finally gets to his wife, Marie. It's like a blonde bombshell kind of person who is very excited to see him there. But, you immediately know something is slightly off, especially with the fact that he keeps flirting with Peggy being part of it.
Weird vibes.
Their dynamic.
Their dynamic is weird vibes.
Totally. As this happens, Al's boss has a quick scene. He calls to offer him, like, his old job back, essentially. So he's like, hey, come back to the bank. So we get a little bit of Al and Fred trying to get jobs with varying degrees of success. We start with Fred. He goes to the local drugstore, which is where he worked before, as a soda jerk. Which, Drew, can you explain what a soda jerk is? I feel like that's something you would know.
A soda jerk is just a guy who works the soda fountain. Like, he works behind the bar at what would be a pharmacy back then.
That looked like a Walgreens so much.
It did, but also I was like, can we bring back, like...
Yes, soda fountain.
Yes! Like,
just
he was making...
go to Utah.
He was making sundaes, sandwiches, sodas, like all this stuff.
My dream menu.
Literally, I'm like,
very
let's
cool.
do this. I want to get my birth control, I want to get my Zoloft, and I want an ice cream sundae.
And a glizzy.
All in one place.
All in one place.
Did they do
Look what they took
glizzies
from us
at soda fountain?
It's definitely a holdover from that old pharmacy culture of, like, having the soda jerk and the
But we need a place like that.
apothecary all in the same place.
Yeah, we just need to put, like, hot dogs in Walgreens.
Or the closest we have is, what, like Costco, maybe?
I guess.
Yeah, what's that? Or that place, was it Sips? That's the one that all the Mormons... Swig, that's
Sir.
it. There you go. I knew Alexis could help me out.
I don't know what that is.
It's like the Mormon thing.
Mormon
where
soda
where
shops.
They all drink dirty soda because they can't have, like, coffee and alcohol. They all just go and they get, like, dirty sodas.
But I
like
think
cream
what
sodas.
Sarah and I are craving is the aesthetic.
Yes.
We
The
don't
aesthetic.
No, you
want
want
a
that.
hot dog from CVS. We want a soda fountain.
Yes, exactly.
I agree.
We
I
want
agree.
the guy in a little white cap.
We've
Yes.
separated it into, like, these own spaces.
And I want the flags they had that had, like, the prices on, like, the little
Yes.
triangle flag. Like, everything about that place was just so cute. I want to go there in the summer.
Is it okay if it's
You were born in the
just-
wrong generation, girl.
Girl, tell me about it.
I always did love, like, the aesthetic of the 50s until you remember, like, the civil rights movement.
Until you remember it's a bad time for a lot of people.
Totally. But, like, sock hops? Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Soda fountains? Pretty cool.
Yeah, literally. Until you get, like, sprayed by a high-powered fire hose for being black at one.
Yeah.
What, Drew?
Sobering.
That
was
what we have
reality.
to remind people
That was
about
reality.
people nostalgic for
Caught
that
me off
era.
guard. Caught me off guard. I was thinking about Sips. All right.
Yeah,
You look like you're from the 50s. Right?
I can see that, actually.
Thanks.
No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's just
Okay.
like you have like it's better than screen time face. 2026 screen time
True.
face.
So at the local drugstore, which has a super cool aesthetic, it basically, this drugstore sold out. It used to be a local drugstore, and then it got sold out to, like, a big conglomerate drugstore.
And that's why you can't have them anymore, Sarah.
Yeah, that's honestly true.
That's why you can't have the thing, the dream you crave.
I think Jeff Bezos is gonna make one. I think if
Oh.
anyone can make one, it's gonna be Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, just
is on
scan
stuff.
your hand at the bar and the soda.
then you get-
the
then you get,
robot
like,
soda, the drone soda jerk will.
And you get, like, creatine protein shakes.
Ew.
Have you seen Jeff Bezos?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's pushing right now.
Fine. I don't care. Not Jeff. Someone just fucking make it.
But yeah, at this drugstore, the pharmacist recognizes him. They essentially try to get him a job. Because I think, there's a lot of, like, a lot of veterans in town, and people feel pressure to help them out, to give them jobs because of what they've done for the country, which is very natural, makes a lot of sense. Really, there's a very interesting thing where it shows some of the other, like, civilians who are actually, like, kind of pissed about, like, these veterans coming back and trying to get jobs, which is a very human thing. It's like, okay, like, these people come back, are they threatening my job now?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of uncertainty in how that's going to, like, shake out, especially because those people were the nerds and now the jocks are home, and that's a threat. Which you really see at this, like,
Maybe you shouldn't have had asthma and then you wouldn't be losing your job right now.
what was his name? His name was Sticky.
Yeah,
Sticky.
And he's like-
He's like, you don't call me Sticky anymore.
Yeah, we'll get into that guy a little bit
Sticky.
later. Sticky Icky. But yeah, he tries to get a job with, like, the guy who runs the drugstore, but he has no skills. And he fully admits to having zero skills. He's like, and this guy honestly is helping him out so much. He's like, well, this is a very you've got, like, an impressive, like, in theory resume. like, you probably did a lot of cool stuff in Europe. And he's like, not really. He's like, well, you probably, did a lot of, like, logistics. And he's like, not really.
Yeah.
He's like, well,
biffing this interview.
I know. He's like, well, you're a captain. Did you at least manage people? And he's like, not really.
Yeah.
He's
So
like,
what
all
would you say
I
your greatest weaknesses? I guess that I don't have any weaknesses.
But
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Probably here.
He just says, like, the only thing I did was drop bombs.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. And, like, again, he says he was making $400 a month, which is a lot of money, in the military, which is a crazy thing to, like, come back to and realize, like, your skills aren't needed anymore. Yeah, like, he's
That
like...
would be so scary.
I know.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Well, it's just funny because he's like, all I can do is drop bombs. And the guy's like, well, we don't really have use for those skills. So... Which is kind of sad. But they do offer him a job. They're like, we'll help you out. We'll get you a job. It has a salary of $32.50 a week, which is way less, of course, than he was making as, in the military.
$400 a month, yeah.
Yeah, and he has to work the fountain again. It'd be like regressing to his job that he had before.
Yeah.
Which is tough.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of have to humble yourself in that. Like, he has to humble himself in that way. At this point, he's like, I'm not doing it, and he leaves. Whereas Al, he goes to the bank, he's actually offered a promotion. He's offered
Crazy.
$12,000 a year, essentially to be, like, the face of the veterans for the bank. Like, he is in a role where he is to make small loans to soldiers in the face of, like, kind of what you mentioned, like the GI
specifically
Bill.
with the GI Bill. They call that out, I think, by name.
Yeah, exactly.
What about a G.I. Jane joke? Thank you.
Is that what you needed?
Yes.
Okay,
Hey,
great.
Come on, Adam. Your wife's here.
Keep my wife's name out of here.
You mean my wife's name?
It's a lot of layers.
A lot of layers. A lot of
Right
layers.
now.
We've got an inside joke lasagna going on.
It's technically on point. It's still Oscar's history.
True.
It is, see?
I mean, we will talk about
We will talk about that.
We'll
yeah.
100% talk about that. We then go back to Fred. He goes home. He's like, no one's hiring. I'm having trouble getting a job. His wife is very much revealed to be a total valor hoe. Khaki wacky?
Hold on. I just realized a lot of the names. Homer Simpson, Fred Flintstone, Wilma Flintstone?
We haven't explored
Or
this
Wilma
enough.
Wilma from Scooby-Doo? Who's
No, Wilma
Wilma?
is Flintstone, yeah.
Flintstones, Fred,
Velma
Flintstone,
is.
Velma.
Fred from Scooby-Doo.
From Scooby-Doo.
Well, this movie came out before, so maybe a lot of those cartoons, the Hanna-Barbera verse is taking, is pulling from this movie.
We should study this.
Well, it was the case with It Happened One Night. It's where we got Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Would it be unheard of?
Totally. I don't think Homer from this movie and Homer Simpson share that much DNA personally.
What should we name this bumbling dad character? I don't know. You know the guy who had no hands?
Have you ever heard of William Wyler?
Honestly, well, yeah, probably.
That's an interesting thing, though. But yeah, we get a scene of Fred's wife being all khaki wacky. She just wants to go out. She just wants to party. Makes him dress up in uniform.
That was so weird.
Yeah, so weird. We cut back to Homer. He's practicing his shooting in like a shed.
I got so scared because the kids were in front of the garage and I thought he was going to accidentally shoot one of the kids.
God, can you imagine if that's the turn this movie took?
I was not. I didn't.
Wild.
I've never heard of this movie. So
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah, for
is this
sure.
going to happen?
Totally.
It does not.
No.
It's called The Best Years of Our Lives, Sarah.
In
I don't
quotations.
know.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, Wilma comes to have a talk because it's implied that he's just been like isolating himself from the rest of the family, and she's like, "Bro, I'm throwing myself at you, basically. Like, I still want to get married. I love you. What's going on?" And it's all just tied up in his own internal psychology.
Yeah.
His sister is there with like a bunch of friends, and they're kind of like talking about him and his hands and everything. And then he does the whole thing. It's like, "You want to see a monster? I'll show you a monster." And then he like shoves his hands through the glass panes, and
Yeah.
which is like it's very sad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
It was kind of like the breaking point you're waiting for as a viewer because he's so quiet, though.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
true.
Kinda like
You actually get to
himself
see
address the elephant, if you will, that everyone is looking at.
totally. And then next is he has his nighttime ritual with his dad where it's something you don't really like think about kind of initially when you see him, you know, having this apparatus on his body. They're like metal hooks. They're like, it's hard to describe it visually. You'd have to see them, but they're kind of like, they're like claws or something.
Yeah. They're like two little hooks that can sort of like pincer in and out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And they're, you know, attached to his body. So, you know, his hands or arms are essentially cut off at the wrist. Leather belt apparatuses essentially that attach them to him. So in order for him to sleep, he doesn't sleep in them. We have this scene of his dad kind of helping him get those off to get him into bed.
I will say one more thing about William Wyler, who I'm really learning I'm liking, guys.
Yeah.
So many great pajamas in William Wyler movies. I mean, seriously, pajamas are a huge part of his movies, I'm realizing. We got monogram jammies in Mrs. Miniver, and then we got jammies being buttoned on and buttoned off in this movie.
Yeah.
And pajamas has just been
Wait
mentioned.
till you see the pajamas in Ben-Hur.
True.
Oh, is it like Boy in the Striped Pajamas vibes?
No.
Oh.
It's a biblical epic.
What is it, like Road?
Ben-Hur is all about your
I've never
people.
seen it, yeah.
Okay. Love it. Jesus or?
You'll see.
Okay.
And it's William Wyler.
Yes!
William Wyler tells the story of the Jews.
Good for him.
Yeah. But yes, it's a great scene where Homer's dad takes off his hooks before he goes to bed. Actually, cut back to Fred. Fred admits he's broke. In the prior scene, he's like, I'm unemployed, but I got $1,000 from the military, from the government, I assume.
Do we know how much time is allotted so far in this movie?
I don't know.
It's the best years of our lives, and I can't tell when we're hitting like years and years of it.
Yeah, I'm really not sure, to be honest.
Because I think most soldiers got a year of unemployment.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, this might be a big time skip then, because we really get a cut to like him being broke. He's like, man, we lost all this $1,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the jobs needed him to, like, he was getting essentially jobs, but they were all apprenticeships or things that would like put him under intense training and, you know, he wouldn't be making the amount of money that he had been making in the war, which is again like hard to come back to, essentially. And then his wife, who's like the worst, she's just like, well, you know, you've been talking in your sleep lately. Maybe if you get over your PTSD, you'll get a job.
Yeah.
He like basically does say that.
Yeah.
There's like not a lot of nuance with her character. No. But yeah, she tries to leave to get dinner and he's like, no, you're going to stay here while I make you soup.
Yeah, she just like never matured.
No.
Yeah.
She never matured. They married super, super young and he was this soda jerk.
Yeah.
Very cute, probably very charismatic, making her sundaes. And then he comes back and he has clearly grown up in some ways, but still wants to have fun. And she's just kind of stagnant.
Yeah,
totally.
It's kind of an interesting juxtaposition, too, against the family that Al's coming back to, where they became like integral parts of the war effort. They like found ways to live without Al, you know, but in a positive way versus like, it seems like she found a way to live without him by just like neglecting that he even existed.
Totally.
And kind of like just hanging around the bars and then the clubs all day, not really like doing her part.
Oh, for sure. So Fred eventually, he has to accept that he's going back to the drugstore. He takes his job as a soda jerk. We get back to Al. He's in his job. He has to make loans to financially illiterate veterans, which is kind of tough. Like one of them comes and he wants a farm and he's like, well, do you have any collateral? Yeah. And the veteran's like, what's that? I got my 2 hands and I got a dream. Which is not a solid foundation by which someone should be making, you know, risky loans on, of course.
Okay, you cold-hearted.
Yeah, weren't you going to evict that woman and going
okay, Mrs. Quimp deserved
No, she
it.
totally deserved to get evicted. I agree, but this guy deserved his loan.
Look, no, the Al's boss was correct. You don't gamble with the depositor's money.
Uh-huh.
Alexis.
This is what B school does to a guy.
Yeah, what the hell?
I will save my thoughts for my favorite scene, which I will interject and talk about.
Okay.
That ties back to this scene.
Nice. No, I think that I like that he made the loan. Like you can't make every loan like that.
Well, are you also missing the fact he sees Homer?
Yeah.
He wasn't going to make it.
Yes.
He goes and talks to Homer.
Very good point.
That is a good point.
Yeah,
for
Homer's
sure.
there to like catch
Get
his
his disability,
too.
yeah. But yeah, then he decides he's going to give the guy a loan, which I think like the guy makes a compelling point. Like he clearly has got a lot of passion, but it's the kind of thing that would bite you in the butt.
What's his name?
Novak, yeah.
As in BJ?
Oh, you love The Office?
No, I love Inglourious Bastards.
BJ Day was earlier in the episode.
Okay. We next get Peggy. She goes to the drugstore to Fred's place of work just to kind of like, see him. Oh, before this, Fred, he sells perfume to the most obnoxious person in America. And like her tyrant of a child who puts his like toy train on like a shelf and just like knocks everything over, which was so minor but so annoying.
He throws the plane up in the up in the rafters.
Yeah, he throws like a weird paper plane, which is a cool.
Those like balsa wood planes. Yeah.
Which is what I love about William Wyler movies, though. Is it's like he just has all these tiny, tiny moments, but they feel so big.
Yeah, it was a cool shot. I love the scene of like the plane going through.
Yes.
And then
catches
like
it.
and then Peggy catches it, and that's how like Fred sees that she was in the drugstore, which is super cute.
Pretty.
A little less cute, but they go, he asks her to lunch afterwards, and then they go to lunch, and then he kisses her, and it was like, again, he's married. And like, I don't care that his wife sucks right now. He's still married.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So then Al gets called out by his boss for making a bad loan. So he gets taken to task a bit on this, which leads into the next kind of scene. But first we cut back to Fred. Him and his wife have a money fight, but they get a double date invite from Peggy because she's being messy.
I loved Peggy for this. She was the cutest, most innocent homewrecker. In her own words, she's like, my career as a homewrecker. She was the cutest little homewrecker. She was like, I just don't think she loves him.
Well, but like she's so diabolical. She's like, I'm going to invite them on a double date. She's like, I'm going to invite them on a double date so I can meet her and get this out of my system, essentially. Which I don't know if she really felt that or if she knew she was being messy.
I think she knew she was being messy.
Totally.
But
because she's going out with like some dude who she like doesn't give a shit about.
No. But is she a home wrecker? Because girl, that house was already wrecked.
Yeah, so real. But yeah, she admits to her parents that she's in love. Well, her mom is like, well, she invited them because she's in love with Fred.
Her mom just knew.
Yeah.
Which is why I love this family so much. They just actually like know each other.
Totally.
Yeah.
Did you change your opinion on Myrna Loy? She win you over?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll get into that. We still got the rest of this. But we next go to the banquet, which I'm actually going to let Alexis take over.
Yes. So this is one of my favorite scenes in the movie. So basically, they're throwing this banquet. They're honoring Al as a returning veteran because he's also very a high respected banker. They want him to give a toast. He was going to kind of make it nice, short, and simple. Kind of has a change of heart. And
because he be taking tons of shots. And
his
wife is like marking the shots on the table.
Yes.
Love that little detail.
Yes, and the wife's concern for Al continues. So he is going to tell the story in battle. Basically, he was commanded to take a hill. And he says, well, in the story, he's like, I turned to the ordering commander and said, well, there's a lot of risk in taking that hill. It's like, I know, but you have to take the hill. Well, do we have collateral to take the hill? Clearly, just a very
shitting on his boss publicly.
Yeah.
Targeted speech. It's done so well, and it ends with, since we didn't have collateral, no hill, we lost the war.
Yeah.
And I just think it was so well delivered, so well intentioned, and I love how the scene just ends. We don't dwell on it.
It's so like awkward in the room. No one claps, no one laughs. Everyone's like, "What's going on?" But
the person who needed to hear it heard it.
Yep. No hill, and we lost the war.
And it was. I love that speech. Very well done.
Yeah. It was very sweet too when the wife like embraced him afterwards and gave him a kiss when nobody else was clapping. She loved it too.
Because she got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we cut to the double date at the worst dance hall of all time.
Oh my god, that looked awful.
They were like straight up grinding in a sweaty middle school half.
That's exactly what it was.
Incredibly.
They were so tight. I was like,
ew.
You know it smelled crazy.
It was like a frat basement vibes.
No, literally.
Big day for central casting. Second AD is sweating bullets.
But yeah, Maria's thirsting after Peggy's date, who's some like tall man. So Sarah's like, cooked. She cooked.
Me?
Yeah, because he was tall.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even though he was the worst. He was just like a rich. I mean, Marie, they go to like the powder room or whatever, and she's like, you gotta snap that man up. He's rich.
Yeah.
My girl,
Which is crazy. She's like thirsting after her date, like very openly, while also like shitting on her own husband.
She wasn't a very good person.
Which is brutal. Yeah. I kind of wish my one gripe I have with this movie is I wish they had tackled her character with a little more nuance.
Same.
I think you could have had an interesting thing where you see her perspective a little bit more, but they made her go full villain, which like has its merits in the story, but I would have appreciated a little more like nuance there.
There's some sympathy there. It's like you're married to a guy you knew for 7 days.
Totally.
And like,
but they make her
life goes on.
Such a villain.
Yeah.
They make her
They paint her with a broad brush.
Totally. I would agree. After Peggy gets home, she like makes a statement. She says like, my home wrecking career begins.
She was so cute when she
Yeah.
said it. It's hard to dislike her.
I know. And Al calls her out. Peggy's like, okay, well, I want to, I believe in this love, right? Like, I love him. And then her parents are like, well, we don't love each other all the time, right? They talk about like kind of the nuances of the relationship. What I wrote was Al be like, take my wife, please.
Yeah.
They're like, they essentially say, like we've had like our ups and downs. We've like hated each other before, but we've like always in a way, right, found our way home. So it's a very, very sweet scene that can be summed up as boomers be like, I hate my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like they obviously
my wife,
love
I says.
Yeah. But yeah, then Al, he invites Fred out for a drink at Butch's bar. And it's like, do you love Peggy? He's like, yeah. And then he tells him he ain't shit and to stay away from his daughter. Which I supported him because I don't think that was a very healthy place for either of them to necessarily be in at that point in time.
Yeah, like I agree with the dad. Like, don't be hiding your love for her underneath a marriage that you have right now, Mm-hmm. I was like, respect.
Yeah, like Al gives him a stern talking to, and then Fred calls and breaks it off with her. Which again, I think it needed to happen.
Yeah.
In that time, but we get more on that later, of course. Homer shows up and he plays piano, which is so sick.
Hella sick.
Very well done.
Yeah, I was so locked in. I was like, how's he gonna do this? So awesome. He plays with.
He plays Runaway.
Ding. Fargo's fucking crazy.
My ship was way too long. Come on, Frank. Let's have a toast to the douchebags.
That's so funny. Homer then. So Fred leaves the bar. Homer sees Fred leaving and he's like, hey, Fred. But he just like leaves. And then he's like, what's the deal with that guy? So he follows him. Essentially, he goes to the drugstore. Fred is working as a soda jerk. He's soda jerking. Yeah. Can I say that?
He's jerking.
He's jerking.
He's jerking all over the place. He's jerking for money.
The boys are laughing.
The boys
are laughing.
He's jerking in public right now.
Only the boys are laughing.
Oh,
Like,
God.
okay, let's keep talking about the movie.
No.
No, but this scene is great.
Which
Yeah.
scene?
He gets into a conversation at the soda shop with some straight up InfoWars dude. Was crazy.
Crazy.
He was like,
stop
you're
jerking for a second and talk some sense into you.
Yeah. He was like, you're a veteran? Great. We should have fought with the Nazis, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, he pulls like a dark woke take where he's where he's like the government sent you to go die for their own interests, which like if we're talking about like if this is Born on the 4th of July, like if this is a Vietnam movie, maybe I see your
Totally.
But it's like, damn, this is
Read the room a little
it's
better.
World War II, dude.
It's World War II. Everyone believes in this.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like an alt-right maniac essentially, or proto alt whatever, right?
He's somewhere in the
fascism.
horseshoe between
I was
super
gonna say
alt-right,
horseshoe.
alt-right and dirtbag left.
Totally. But yeah, Homer starts a fight, like a very justified fight with him. And then Fred ends it by throwing, like he punches the dude through a glass case, which is like, that was a crazy scene. Like he just falls back like a cartoon and just shatters the thing. And then Homer steals that dude's American flag pin.
Yeah.
Which was lit, honestly.
Souvenir.
But yeah, him and Fred are out. He's like, it was worth getting fired for that.
Yeah.
Essentially.
He got tired of jerking anyways.
Okay. Homer goes home and he looks at pictures of him like playing sports with hands.
Oh yeah.
Which is, kind of sad. And then I will let you take this one.
Oh, my other favorite scene.
Yes.
Of course. So it's nighttime and Homer is getting ready for bed. His pa's like, yeah, just come get me when you're ready. He goes downstairs for a glass of milk and someone shows up at the door. It's our swell girl. It's Wilma. And she is coming kind of for like the last conversation. She is saying that her family wants her to move to be closer to them because they are convinced that he does not love her anymore. He does not want to go through with this. He is wasting her time. And Homer says, well, that's what you should do. And he also invites her, I want you to see my routine at nighttime. And you can essentially make your decision of what path you want to go down. But I don't think you're going to like what you see. And that's why I'm saying you should go home. Mm-hmm. And so they go upstairs and he's able to get his hooks off himself. And then he's able to put his pajama top on, but he's unable to button it. And she says, well, I'll do it for you. And he makes really valid points of once these hooks are off, I am helpless. I cannot, if this room were on fire, like I can't open the door. I can't do anything by myself. And she basically says, okay, I've made a decision. I'm going to call them and tell them I'm not coming home and we're going to get married. And it gets me every time. It gets me every time. And then she leaves and you get that close up of Homer with the tear coming down his face. And I feel like as a viewer, when you're watching a 3-hour movie, you need a scene like this.
You need it, yes.
You need a scene like this where you're like, this is why I'm watching this movie. This is what I was waiting for. And it's just so well done. So well done.
I loved watching it with you, just like seeing you weep.
I did.
Keep looking back at you like, That's like most like watching sad movies with her. Watching sad movies with me is just me like looking at her,
just waiting for the tears to come.
I don't care. I will cry. I will tear up.
Same. No, it was such a short shot of him too, like crying, like the tear. It was not super long. They didn't like embellish it. They didn't indulge in it, and it was just like,
yeah,
just enough.
Yeah,
it's like definitely shows the merits of having just like a non-actor. It felt like it didn't feel melodramatic. It just felt like a real reaction.
That's great. Honestly, like you could say that is like the climax of the movie.
Totally.
To be honest.
Yes.
Then we get some good falling action like that really focuses on Fred. He's getting in unemployment insurance now. He comes home, he sees like a dude in his house that his wife is just flaunting. Who she says she's divorcing him, and this dude's like also a veteran, which is also double salt in the wound.
She's khaki wacky.
She's khaki wacky. So he goes to leave town. He's like, I need to get out of here. And his parents, after he leaves his parents' house, they read about like his heroism in the war, which is really nice.
Yeah, what did he win?
Well, that was, I don't know what medal it was, but I'm pretty sure that is what he's having the PTSD about, is that particular episode.
Yeah.
Because they talk about like something happened with the wing and a couple of his mates died,
but yeah, it's like painted as this very heroic thing that he did.
Yes, exactly.
Which is very sad because he's so haunted by it.
Which he doesn't really talk about it at all. And about the scene before, it's actually even more frustrating now watching that interview scene where he's like being asked all these questions about like what he brings to the table.
Oh,
and it's dude, you had a story where you like saved people's lives and like face like you can't even like again he's like too
humble
proud
king
to talk about it, and yet like I don't know, man. That's like that's kind of like you get the question. What have you ever done like in a team or in a team building space? Or it's like I don't know, maybe drop that one. At
He walks into the plane graveyard that we kind of mentioned that scene, which was very very cool. he hops into like a plane that's about to be junked, and someone's like, "Get out of that plane." I'd seen the movie before, but I remember the first time watching it, and I was like, is he gonna get like junked with this plane, and that's how it ends? Yeah. But no, someone gets him out and essentially gives him a job because they're turning the planes into manufactured housing. Mm-hmm. So he gets a job building, which is nice. You know, this is him, like, he hits a little bit of rock bottom, and this is him kind of turning his life around. We cut then to Homer and Wilma's wedding, which is so sweet. In-house wedding. We get a bunch of kids singing the bridal march song or whatever. Super cute. The three veterans, they get like a nice moment together. Fred sees Peggy. They talk a little bit. The marriage scene, which is so sweet, like Wilma like holding his hook and like really like the forefront of the shot as they're taking their vows. And even even just the priest saying like, you know, take his hand, and like she just I really like that a lot. Mm. And then, you know, throughout this whole wedding, Fred and Peggy are just like eye-fucking each other the whole time. And then, like, when everyone's crowding around the newly happily married couple, they go to each other and they embrace and they kiss. And yeah, that's kind of the end of the movie. Yeah. So, you know, it ends on a very, like, hopeful, nice note.
Just the way I like it. It's how I like my movies.
The Wyler way?
The Wyler way. I'm Wylin.
I don't know. It could use the scene where he has a hallucination and a bat eats a rat out of the holes in his walls and blood drips down.
Wrong movie. Wrong movie.
All right. So let's get into the Oscar history. So at the 19th Academy Awards, The Best Years of Our Lives nearly pulled off the sweep. It was nominated for 7 awards, won 7 Oscars, and lost only the award for Best Sound Recording. Did I say it won 7 Oscars? Yeah. That's right. Harold Russell was given an honorary award at the beginning of the night, one for bringing hope and courage to his fellow veterans through his appearance in The Best Years of Our Lives. See, the studio did not think he was going to win. Maybe a fair bet, right? But imagine their faces when he pulled it off. So, becoming the rare actor to technically take home 2 little gold men for the same role, joining our friend Barry Fitzgerald for that, even though it was because he broke his. Yeah. But yes, outside of course, that supporting actor win, the film took home lead actor for Friedrich March, director, screenplay, editing, score, and of course, picture. Again, no nominations for Dana Andrews or any of the women, which I found kind of interesting.
Crazy. The women carried.
Yeah. The women are great. Yeah. I don't know if Myrna Loy, she could have gotten supporting maybe. Yeah. I think that. And yeah, Teresa Wright, she was also really good. It was surprising because it wasn't like she wasn't an Oscar darling in a way. So kind of odd that it was like, all right, these men.
Yeah. Well, they'd both, I'd see, probably be supporting and probably just a little crowded.
Yeah. I am wondering with Dana Andrews if they chose to push Friedrich March ahead of him and didn't want to split the vote.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we'll never know. So, you know, again, this had a hugely amazing showing. Not to say there wasn't competition in the Best Picture race from the other 4 nominees. Laurence Olivier, he tried his best.
The GOAT.
Yes, with his adaptation of Shakespeare's Henry V. So this would be the first in a string of 3 Shakespeare adaptations he would direct and star in that would receive Oscar attention.
Good for him. Oh, I'll smash.
Smash? He likes a little Shakespeare?
Yeah.
He'll be coming later, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's soon. Yeah. Soon. Hamlet soon. Grand Hotel's director Edmund Goulding is back.
Great.
This is with The Razor's Edge, a melodramatic relationship movie about a man who leaves his fiancée, but is then still pursued by her upon returning 10 years later. Girl, give it up.
Pass.
Next was The Yearling. This starred Gregory Peck and last year's Jane Wyman, Ronald Reagan's Jane Wyman, as a family movie set in rural Florida, where their son adopts a young deer. Based on the Pulitzer Prize-winning novel.
Wow.
Pass. I'm sorry.
I feel like that's like a middle school book. Yeah. Has anyone read The Yearling?
I think you're right.
I've heard of it, but I've never read it. Honestly, like, I didn't realize it was like, it seems like a simple little story. I'm very interested in like reading and watching that now. And then lastly is a big one, A Wonderful Life, which is Capra at his most Capra, in the iconic story about the man who wished he wasn't born, played of course by Jimmy Stewart at his most Jimmy Stewart. Nominated for 5 Oscars, it lost all of them.
What?
4 of those being direct losses, of course, to Best Years of Our Lives.
That's right, Christmas people.
Oh no!
Christians
A
are
Wonderful
down
Life-
one after going my way.
A Wonderful Life is a fantastic movie. It is a fantastic movie, but
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy for this movie.
Yeah. I had wished that I had rewatched It's a Wonderful Life, but I don't know that it would beat this.
I'll smash. I've never seen It's a Wonderful Life, but I'm gonna.
You need to see it. We
soon.
literally
Yo.
keep talking about how you need
I
to
know.
watch
I
it.
know.
So, some other very small bits here. This was a public Oscars in a giant theater called the Shrine Auditorium that had 6,700 seats, and tickets were available
Is
for
this
purchase.
the shrine near USC?
Might be. Yeah. So, a lot of seats. Seat fillers rejoice. But the best drama of the night reignites a topic I know we've missed on the pod, and that is the Olivia de Havilland and Joan Fontaine sister feud.
Yes.
Let's go. That's right. Joan Fontaine was not nominated for Best Actress. She filled in for the absent Joan Crawford and was forced to give Best Actress to her biggest rival. Fontaine, she offered her congratulations, but de Havilland snubbed her.
Oh.
And a photographer captured the exchange, which dominated the following day's headlines. We sure do love our messy sisters, don't we?
I need to see this photo.
I'm sure you can find it. If you could find Ray Milan's
Oscar
video, you could find that for sure. But yeah, isn't that a fun one?
That's a very fun one. Thank you.
But yes, would we say this was a deserved winner?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the answer is yes. Yeah, good job, guys.
It's definitely right place,
Generally
right
like that.
time of the moment.
Totally.
It's like
It
could
is
have
not
been
only a good
more-
movie, it is, like you said, like it's so perfect
Yeah,
for
could not have been more perfect for the exact moment.
exactly. But it still holds up too, which is really nice. Like it's stood the test of time.
And like you said, it's a fun little bookend in the Wylerverse for between Mrs. Miniver and starting it and
Totally.
at the top of the war and then this at the back end.
Yes. For the brain rot, I would like to submit, especially with Alexis on, very classic recast. Let's take it back to basics.
I'm doing Carey Mulligan.
Yeah, you just want Carey Mulligan.
Yeah, I'm doing Carey Mulligan as Myrna Loy. Actually, not.
Okay, I was gonna say she might be a little old
Yeah,
for
that's-
Teresa Wright's character, but
I'm doing Carey Mulligan, and I'm doing that guy, John Malkovich, as.
honestly, you cooked.
I
As
know.
Al? Whoa.
Yeah, he's probably way too old for that.
Or the
to
guy
be
from
honest.
Whiplash. I might get them.
J.K.
mixed up.
Simmons.
Yeah.
She's like a bald man.
I see the vision.
Someone with a round head. I don't know.
They might. I think at their peak, that's honestly great.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's what
I
I'm
actually
saying.
really like both of them for that.
Yeah.
Recasts, we think of the actor in their peak, right?
Yes.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I can think of right now.
Okay.
I'm going with Homer Simpson, Fred Flintstone, Wilma Flintstone, Yogi
Reheating-
Bear.
Yeah, who
reheating
came
my
up with that
nachos.
idea?
Reheating my
I'm
nachos.
okay. I'm bringing it back. Sorry. I'm
Rescind it. Please honor veterans, Drew.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what reheating nachos is. You're bringing it back to life.
It's not the same thing, but yeah.
Do you actually want to see a yellow animated
Yes!
Homer Simpson?
I'm trying.
With ham?
It's just the brain rot portion, and you're like, Drew's being too fucking silly.
What do you guys think of Mikey Madison for Marie? For
I could see it.
the khaki wacky.
Yeah.
Because I kind of wanted to throw Haley Steinfeld in there.
I was gonna say Sydney Sweeney is the khaki wacky.
So my actual thought for Peggy
Peggy?
was Haley Lou Richardson.
Okay, that's also, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
We need someone with an innocent face.
I think, yeah.
Who's like, not a home wrecker, but like
Yeah.
I am.
I think Haley Lou Richardson would be a really good one for that.
I can respect that. I do like her a lot.
Yeah.
Or Thomasin McKenzie. I really like Thomasin McKenzie.
Oh yeah.
I love her.
That could work. That could work well.
She's a
too.
little young face, but
That's what we need. That's
we
what the
need
role
that.
needs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I dulled Drew's shine there. Now he doesn't want to give any more.
I can't think of anyone. I mean,
Well, who would we do for? So we're missing. I mean, for it feels disrespectful to recast Harold Russell.
yeah. I was gonna say you.
No. It's we're missing Fred.
We're just missing Fred. Who would be a good Fred?
Be like, what's his name? Alden Ehrenrich or whatever.
Yeah,
Am I biffing that name? He feels like something in that space.
I could see that kind of thing. I don't know if he has the gravitas for that though.
What about Michael B. Jordan?
Give him a chance.
Well, if we're doing
Well.
canon to the time, they didn't give black veterans the.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, what about
This feels like one of those ones where you just can't, like, if you were doing it in the time period, if you're setting it in like a more contemporary, like, veterans returning home thing, then
Yeah.
sure, you can change the race. But if you're actually setting it like in World War II period piece, like,
what about
It'd be very interesting to see a very similar sort of movie, but maybe done with a little bit more like hindsight,
yeah,
almost 100 years later would be kind of interesting because we can at least
acknowledge the fact that people of other races exist.
Yeah.
about
Well,
the-
there's that, yeah.
what about The Rock as Fred?
As Fred,
I want Kevin Hart.
it's just The Rock is Al, Kevin Hart is Fred.
And then Jack Black.
I just want to see Kevin Hart's reaction when he walks in and sees her with the other service member.
Don't do your impression.
So this is what you... All right. So this is what's going on here now, huh? I'm not going to do a Kevin Hart impression.
There's that one actor I like in everything. Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. He's in Fleabag. He's in all of
Andrew Scott.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think he has a good face for something like that.
Oh,
That's great.
That's actually great.
But I just also think he can do anything.
Same, because he
He's
can.
great.
Because
He's
he
great.
can.
Yeah.
He
Andrew
was
Scott's
already in a great World War II movie where he plays the weather guy who saved D-Day.
Yeah, we
So-
know. Have you seen Pressure?
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
know. That's surprising that you haven't seen it, to be honest.
I'm a little behind this year.
Anyway, great recast, guys. Very insane recast in some ways.
We tried.
Well, I would love to get everyone's final ratings and verdict. Do we let the guests go first or last?
What would you want?
I can go.
You want to go?
first.
I can go.
This one's for
Well,
you.
This is I spoiled myself at the beginning. I love this movie. That's why I'm on here. This is a 5-star movie for me. I feel like the acting across the board is just like they're firing on all cylinders. Great. The men and the women. I love the format of the movie, which I feel like can be hit or miss when you have 3 different characters. And yes, they intertwine, but you're following them individually.
Yeah.
Because I feel like as a viewer, you're like, maybe you're watching Al and you're like, I kind of want to go back to Homer. I miss Homer. But I didn't feel that way watching this movie. I was so into each of their own stories. I was totally captivated the entire time for this 3-hour movie. And I got to recap my 2 favorite scenes, so I won't recap that again. But I love them. I think they're just so well done. And then shout out to my mom. She's retired, but the last few years of her teaching, she taught World War I, World War II, and this was a required watch of the World War II class. So she loves this movie. It is her favorite movie of all time.
Yeah,
Nice.
she dropped a little knowledge on me too. Not only did she have her students watch it, the newly formed VA at the time, the head of that, General Omar Bradley, he made all of his people working for him watch the movie at the time.
Sure, that makes a lot of sense.
Which,
yeah.
I'm sure hopefully helped them
Yeah.
at the time.
Oh, yes. I also just think the whole Harold Russell story is incredible. And
Yeah.
we can always go back to that. I mean, it's just so... What he did was great, especially as a non-actor. He just fit right in.
It's like, Loki, this is like what movies are for, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
We'll get another taste of that or no, it's not an Oscar winner. Never mind.
Yeah.
With Hang Us in the Killing Fields.
Right.
But
yeah, so I will go next. I think this movie's really great. I watched it for the first time in like 2018, long time ago. I loved it then. I really enjoy it now still. It's a 4.5 for me. I think like it's not that it's too long, because I actually think everything, I wouldn't cut anything out, but maybe speed along a few things potentially, and it doesn't need to be like a full like 2-hour 50. Sometimes I did feel like it was cutting away from things that I wanted to see with the characters. And again, I wish they had just a touch more nuance on things like the Marie character, but it's all like little nitpicks. Yeah. And I think this is like a very, very strong movie. Glad that I watched it. Glad that I rewatched it. Glad that it won Best Picture. So 4.5 for sure.
I am giving it I've decided on a high 4.
Mm-hmm.
High 4. It's really good. Like every praise for this movie is absolutely warranted. I think I have kind of similar criticisms where it's like there are just parts of it's worth, like, it is a movie that warrants this length. It is a brilliant setup, and I was kind of like just let down by a little bit of it. I think honestly the thing that bothered me the most is Homer, like, disappears for almost an hour, it feels like.
You wanted more Homer. You were missing Homer.
Honestly,
the viewer.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Like, I think he's, like, the heart and soul of this movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was honestly just a little annoyed. It's like, I'm just getting all this, like, Peggy and Fred drama. It was like, it felt like a little bit of a departure from what was a very grounded story. And it's like, I'm fine with that, but it's like, that's the part where I'm like, move that along. I wanted more of the Homer stuff because it felt like we kind of got the beginning and the end, but not a lot of the middle stuff. Because I think it's like, you get the scene where he smashes through the window and it's like, you just stop seeing him.
Yeah.
Until, like, he shows up in the bank for 2 seconds. But that was really my only, like, major complaint. But it's a really good movie. I think I may be being a little harsh even with a 4, but that's what I'm
Alexis, would you agree? Is he being harsh with a 4?
Yes, you're being
Yeah.
harsh. But I understand your sentiment. Like, it is hard. Like, that format is like, especially when you just love one character. And, like, I think a lot of people are attracted to this movie because of Homer.
It's a really great setup, too, with the 3 guys all from different branches, all with different, like, romantic situations, all from different economic backgrounds. And it's like, I just wanted a little bit more exploration of that. The middle chunk is where it's like, I'm just sort of like, where was that? Element.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I really loved this movie. There's just something about a lot of the small, tiny moments in these William Wyler films that I'm finding that I really, really appreciate. They're all very personal. I don't know if it's acting, directing, a mixture of both, but it's just like the dynamic between everybody and all of the different characters is what really brings it home for me. But yeah, I felt like there was an even amount, like, watching it, I was like, these are the characters I want to be seeing in this exact moment. There wasn't any character that I felt like I was missing. I liked the Peggy homewrecker era thing. It was like very, I don't know, like I liked the romance part of it. But yeah, overall happy ending, American movie, great. 4.5 stars.
They spoke English, you could understand them.
Like that's my vibe.
Isn't it crazy to think like you have a new potential director who you really love in
crazy.
William Wyler?
Yeah.
Like, who would have thought?
Who
This
would
is
have
this
thunk
is
it?
what we did. This is why we do this.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Really opening my eyes here.
Yeah, love that. But next week, you're gonna see Drew and myself come to terms.
What?
A gentleman's agreement,
Oh.
if you will.
I'll shake on that, sir.
This is the first movie we've covered to tackle anti-Semitism. And how. In this movie, by famous traitor to the arts, Elia Kazan.
Oh, this is a Kazan.
Yeah. A reporter decides to learn about anti-Semitism by pretending to be Jewish himself. And all that goes with it.
Thoughts, Sarah? Sorry, Sarah's got a perturbed face on.
Is he putting on like a nose and the hair?
We're done.